Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we are deep diving in this video on the most powerful passports from the African continent to hold. Now, Africa is made up of 54 countries and not all of its passports are made equal. So we want to whittle it down to a select few which might be of interest if you are curious about working towards getting an African passport, or if you are from the continent and you have roots there that you can prove besides melanin. As of the making of this video, the top 5 African passports globally are Seychelles, Mauritius, South Africa, Botswana, and Cape Verde. Those are known for just strong visa-free access and investment opportunities. But in this video, I'm going to give you the top passports by region and giving you 2 within each region. So for example, the best passport in the east, north, south, west kind of thing. Again, just to open up options, and we'll try to go into a little bit of detail as to why, but the reasons are very much similar. In any case, let's dive straight into it. Okay, so starting from number 8. Okay, number 8 is Tunisia. You get 70 destinations that the passport will give you visa-free access. Includes much of Europe as well and parts of Asia. And Tunisia offers solid travel benefits as well. As a country, it's beautiful, and beyond the travel, they do have free education up to university level and access to public healthcare. They also have a growing middle class, so holding one is again an attractive thing for investors if that's the bucket you sit in. The 7th option next to Tunisia is Ghana. Ghana is currently recently announced, along with Kenya. Kenya's been doing this, but Ghana recently announced free access to the country for all African passport holders, which is a big step, a big move, a smart one, a strategic one. I made a video on what it cost me to get a Ghanaian visa when I was traveling there in 2023, and what it cost me to get as Nigerian. Essentially, Nigeria was like £350 to get their visa, and Ghana was, I think it was like a 150, 170 pounds. And now it's free if I travel there with my Zimbabwean passport. So game changer, and I'm hoping many African countries will follow suit, because essentially you are saying to tourists, come, and we know tourist money is big money. Anyway, I digress. The next one, like I said, is Ghana. Ghana, you get up to 65 destinations with the passport. It does have a booming economy, a big drive towards tech. As a country, they're really setting the way in terms of just investing and moving aggressively towards general investment into the country, and also in terms of tech and business, but also investing into the tourism space within the country. Taking it up a notch, we have Morocco. Morocco gives you access to 80 worldwide destinations. So Morocco is in the north of Africa, and it does have an expanding economy, and also it's a very cheap destination to travel to, so it's great. And in generally you get free access to 80 destinations with the Moroccan passport, so an option for you from the north side of Africa. 5 on my list is Cape Verde. Cape Verde, you get access to 100 countries, including the EU and the Schengen zone. As a country, they have a very stable political environment, a very strong tourism environment. But again, adding it together with Morocco, Cape Verde is definitely what to consider. It does have ties to Portugal, so again, it will open up unique investment opportunities to Portugal. You might do it the other way around. If you have investments in Portugal, if you're a Portuguese resident, you might want to expand or look for other options, or again, just to expand and look at what your options might be when it comes to the relationship between Cape Verde and Portugal. Number 4 on my list is Botswana. Botswana opens you up to 80 destinations you can travel to. This is including Europe and Asia. It is a top choice for the southern part of Africa. Botswana is stable. It has a very investment friendly environment right now. Their policies are calling investors to come, and it's a very attractive company for somebody who's looking for somewhere that is quite green, and the government has made it quite easy for people to come and settle. Number 3, South Africa. South Africa gives you access to more than 100 countries, including the UK, Singapore, and much of South America. So this is just to name a few. Okay, so if you already hold a South African passport, FYI, if you don't and you are able to get access to one, this might be of interest to you. One thing about South Africa, actually, once you've got your insurance sorted out, they do have quite a good public education and public health. For when you compare it to neighboring countries, they have done quite well. And as I've mentioned before, they're known as a third world country in Africa operating to first world standards. So they're doing a lot and they're doing it well. Next to South Africa is Mauritius. Mauritius, you get over 140 visa-free destinations and you get very strong diplomatic ties. Mauritius is actually one of the best passports to hold, and it is a tax-friendly business hub as a country. Not tax-free, tax-friendly when you are getting to certain tax brackets, especially if you're looking to just generally invest in finance, or you have a large real estate portfolio or business plan for the continent. On my list of runners up to Mauritius is Seychelles, again a little island. It is the strongest passport globally. It gives you access to over 150 destinations, including the UK, the EU, and the Schengen zone. It's not just a tax haven, but it's also a great location for investment because it has quite a stable environment and it has already quite a strong tourism industry, essentially. So it's great for investment. It's a great plan B, essentially, if your money stretches that far and if you're open to living in such a location. And by having the passport, or if you already hold the passport, knowing what destinations open up to you is good as well, because again, thinking ahead, thinking plan B, plan Z, whatever it might be, it's good to know your options and it's good to know what options your children are going to have. Anyway, that is it for this video. I'm going to stop here. Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are. Did I miss anything? Did you disagree with something? Do you think this is unrealistic? Where are you at in your predisposition generally, and what of the above actually is an option? Because those are really good key conversations to be having, because we don't want to be the last ones to recognize what's available and pick up scraps, essentially, once the world has taken the best of Africa and African citizenships. So it's important we come in the know early. Now is more than ever a good place to start. Anyway, I've talked too much. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I will see you in the next one. In the meantime, stay safe.